Yes, and we have realized how successful turbocharging is. And during that time, I found turbocharging start back in 1938. And so Porsche realized that could also go to the street with this phenomenon turbocharging engines. So, as you know, by 1975 the first turbo was born with a single turbo, and parallel to that the race cars were developed with the 934 engine with one turbocharger, and then later on the 935 with twin turbochargers. I want to mention something that the Penske crew did to their, in 1973 they ran the 91730, which was had a longer wheelbase, and they increased the engine size from 5 liters to 5.4 liters at 1100 horsepower, and had on what you have on the back of the frame was a wastegate installed, and so the turbo boost was adjustable. We ran back then, I don't know the pounds of pressure, but in kilogram per square centimeter for 1.3 boost. And for qualifying, they installed a little electric motor on top of the wastegate, where you could alter the release pressure of the intake system. Mike, with just the push of a button, was able for qualifying just to raise the boost pressure some, and then once he was in the lead and during the race he just reduced it. By the way, that very powerful engine had only a compression ratio of 6.5 to 1. It was sufficient to create 1100 horsepower. Well, that's about my spiel. Enjoy your 911 turbos. It's one of the best days, and Porsche will never stop developing, developing, and developing. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. I would encourage everybody, if you have any questions, seek Eckhart out and you will get a very good answer. Okay, so if you read the latest EV, a lot of you know that Space Coast has kind of taken over National. If you look at all of the different things that we are doing with National PCA, and so we are fortunate here today. We have the two, probably to us, most important technical people right here in our midst. Steve is going to introduce Lou, who is the tech chair for the turbocharged cars for PCA National. And we have Mr. Steve Hoffman, who is the National Tech Committee Chair. We get a round of applause for Steve. Hey, you're going to tell us about that 918 that was blowing flames for you?
All right, thanks, Jason. So Ralph did it real quick, but just for a second. Jason put a ton of work into this to get folks out here and all the planning that went into this, and he kind of downplayed that. But BreitWerks, Jason, thank you very much for this. And, another thing that Jason mentioned, actually we have, so to play on his Space Coast influence in PCA, I'm saying. So with Tom Gorsuch as the vice president, they've asked me to take over this tech chair. I've been associated with PCA since 1984, actually, thanks to Ralph Ritchie. He talked me into my first Porsche way back in college. Got out for a while, been back with the Space Coast, been pretty active in the last 2 years, so I'm filling lots of roles. So when I stepped down for president, Ken Cooper asked me if I'd take over the tech chair, which was huge.